Golden State Warriors joke. Again? Alright, I'm back. So, I'm going to have to teach you something awesome right here. And plus, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers shirt from LeBron James on the back. So you don't miss it all more 13 jokes I'm going to give you. So it should be more funnier, and it should be more funnier for the Cleveland Cavaliers fans. So Cleveland Cavaliers fans, hope you're ready, because this is going to be more funnier as hell. So here we go. What did Robert Parrish across the Eastern Conference Road? He sucks in the West, but he takes Boston to another. Well, it gets me hilarious because think about like how Robert Parrish really sucks at the Warriors. When he was drafted before, he wasn't even that good. But is just this a really center dude? He tried to play like much better, but he didn't just complicate it over and play much competition and communicate with the Warriors. It's not even that special. It's not even as special, and he sucks because you know why? Well, you know, Al Adams just drafted him, but when he was a coach like that, I want to give him a sucker bird. You know what I mean? Because Al Adams, he should have been staying with the San Francisco Warriors as the most certain time instead of coaching in Golden State. This is too much for me, and this is way too overrated to watch this shit. You know what I mean? I like seeing him when he plays the San Francisco Warriors back in the days when he was in the finals for 64 and 67, but I just don't get it why the Golden State is a better place in there. You know, it's only for hippies. You know what I mean? That's all I can hear. Okay, here's another joke. What did Shaq say to the Bimble Coles before he ejected? You better fuck up my stage, bitch. I beat you up like a monkey, bitch. Well, it's funny to me to know that Shaquille O'Neal, he's just a funny guy. Could you dig it? But he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers back time when he was with LeBron James before he left the Miami Heat. This is when that LeBron was there. But whenever he goes, that's the only one stage that he was go to another. When he says it's something bullshit to him, the Bimblecles. But he doesn't care who he was because he's the only dude. He's just getting talk shit to them. You know what I mean? I know he cares who he thinks. He doesn't care what the Warriors thinks. He just wanted to be part of the game before the Lakers beat the Warriors back in 1998. That is when he get in a fight with the Bimble Colts. But it wasn't. But it was from 98 to 99 season. That happened. So that's what happened. Okay, here's another joke. What is the cow's favorite drink if he watches the Warriors? Todd Okay, I think this is pretty funny because Tom Foolers as Foolers. I think Counts loves the Warriors, but think about like how this animals can watch those. Imagine that, like when animals they were just entering the dream life, but you couldn't think of this as really funny, but it wasn't. Think about how like those dogs and cats watch those, or cows or horses, anybody else. Think about it. Nobody in their life who can live like this. You know what I mean? Think about it. It's all natural animals. And that cracks me up. Okay, here's another joke. Who's the bitch ass top 10 coach that ever he takes a lot of garbage players? Don Nelson. Well, you know why. He's the best top 10 ever around in the coach of all time because he's been in a coaching with the other teams like the Knicks or the others. Those are the teams I don't care. Or especially Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks can suck my balls. Even with Golden State, just gets too much worse when he coached with Teddy Mickey Caucus. And that's how the reason why. Especially when he coached with all those people they know before they came to the playoffs. They also knows that as an event called We Suck Balls and Titties. That's all I can hear because when you hear it, when you remember that shit, this is what the storyline is that you have to remember what kind of people they are. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Okay, here's another joke. What did Monte Ellis say to Steph Curry if he has another splash brother named Klay Thompson? Oh my god! I'm gonna break up with you! I'm going to be the trade with the Bucks now! Well, that's what happens because if you're traded... Well, that's what happens if you trade it to the Bucks. You know, he would have been the last long to be together as a Splash Buddy. But Splash Brothers would be much better if you can play with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. They both Splash Brothers. I respect for the dudes because those are the only guys. Well, I respect for them because the reason why, those are the best guys that I ever loved to care about him as Splash Brothers. And that's the only guys over there I care about. You know what I mean? And that's how much I care about them. Especially for Draymond Green. But he's a good guy. And plus Andre Iguodala, Steve Kerr, and his stats because of the Warriors are going to San Francisco. So we know they're going to become as great Warriors players if they can play in San Francisco, but they won't play there until the next 2 more years at Chase Center. So should be more fun, and the construction is still in the milestones. So hope he's gonna love it because Curry loves the Warriors in San Francisco. Curry loves the Chase Center and the new franchise. He loves the new franchise. So I hope you guys gonna love everything that's gonna be expected. So hope you're gonna love it. Okay, here's another one. What did Adorno Foyle miss his free throws while he was breaking some balls? He's into a donosexual. Think about how he's being a donosexual. But if you keep saying all that, like if you keep disrespecting about LeBron, about like Lebrick, LeBron sexual, you don't say that. You don't say that if you're a Warriors fan. If you're disrespecting as a LeBron fan, if you're a Warriors fan, you keep disrespecting about LeBron. If you keep disrespecting about LeBron, I can say your ass a donosexual because he's a dono brick. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't do any free throws and shit. So you better fuck up your stage, bitch. Okay, here's another joke. How is Eric is going to play basketball if he's a crybaby girl with wee wee? You have to wear Eric diapers. I know it's a joke, but I love it. You know, it's the coolest joke ever. Think about it. Diapers, just you have to change the diapers from your babies because if you want to play basketball like that, that's your name, Dampier for their diapers. This is the most funnier ever because it sounds like Dampier, but it goes by diapers because I love to get a joke like that because it's cool but funny. I love it. Okay, here's another one. Why did an Electro give PJ Cupid's chokehold? Because he gives a hickey and quickie up to his throat before he got kicked out by a referee. I think it's pretty funny because, well, could be funny, it is, but if you remember how Electro Sparrow, the only dude he played with the Golden State in the 90s, he choked PJ Carosimo back in the days when back in the 97 was really a chokehold because they don't treat each other what kind of people they just don't in Oakland just don't treat each other because the reason why they're not being choked because they're just not making no sense how choking steak warriors are gonna get so much better because if he gets choked like that you can't do that. You'll get suspended for like 69 days. 69 games, you know, it's just not worth it for you. That is the reason why the Warriors just worse, you know, the worst team ever that could happen before they became a last place. That's just worse. Same as the Eric Diapers used to play with them. The Warriors players just don't get it, you know what I mean? You're too worse for that shit, you know? That's why. Okay, so here's another joke. What did Larry Riley said to Chris Cohen and Don Nelson if Joe Lacob is the new owner of the new franchise? Fuck your fucking ass, bitch. You're fired. I think it's getting really funny because, you know, Don Nelson's not doing a good job. Chris Cohen is not doing a good job because that season in 2009-2010 is worse, too. It's worse, too, because they just can't get any wins. Like, more like about like 40 and upper. Nothing. Because nothing's going to get better with the Warriors because they're worse. Worst team ever. You cannot ever win more. They can't win more without Steph Curry. You know what I mean? Because Steph Curry was good before when he was a rookie. If he's already a rookie when he was turning the best, but he almost became the best as a rookie of the year. But if he wasn't, you're fired. That's one. Okay, here's another joke. What did the Golden State fans say to the article that the Warriors approved of the Chase Center in San Francisco? Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Cry, I'm one of the worst franchise ever. I'm going to kill myself right now. Okay, this is really funny. But you just can't make the threats about that shit because but it isn't cool when you think about like commit suicide. But don't think about it. If you want to commit suicide for the suicide prevention, just call the Logic's number, 1-800-commit suicide. You're just gonna have to call that number because if you want to listen to Logic, listen to the song. If you don't want to die, just call that suicide prevention hotline. You know, it's good for you because if the Warriors are going to San Francisco, think about it. Because a lot of fans is just not happy. You know, that makes no sense when they change to a new franchise like Steph Curry does. You know, I care about that dude. He's a great shooter. Same as one of those great splashers like Kevin Durant that he was joining the team. He's not that bad as a player. Same as David West or JaVale McGee. He's not even that bad, but those guys are just keeping it up into this one because Golden State is just worse. But now the new franchise of the Golden State Warriors to become as the chase shooters of the Warriors, as the San Francisco Warriors, the city of the shooters, but those shooters can be even much better, you know, like, you know, it's just, I feel like those guys are just, they're getting much better because all those Golden State shooters, they've been sacrificed, you know what I mean? Think about it. If they've been sacrificed, you can commit yourself or commit suicide, you know? If they've been hurt all the Golden State fans about the article, it's okay to kill yourself. It's okay. If they don't want Golden State to stay in Oakland, it's okay. Just have yourself your life, you know? And ruin your life or friendship or some shit. You know what I mean? That's what this shit is, you know? Okay, here's another funniest joke. What is the most patriotic record of all time since the Warriors are worse? 73-9 from the 3-1 lead loss to Cavaliers with no ring. Well, kind of like a joke, but don't get me wrong. All the Golden State fans is just too overrated since like 2015 to 16 because of the bandwagons is just too high because of all those the San Francisco fans and Oakland fans. Oakland fans I just don't get it. But when they go move to San Francisco, Oakland fans is just betrayed and crying and some shit. This is that makes sense, you know, like that makes sense how that Rick Wells is just doing all of the prodigy and the blueprint to prove that Chase Center to become a better stadium and a better franchise to be in this area. But that makes sense, especially for those owners, you know. I care about the owners and I care about the manager, Bob Myers, and the staff, but that makes sense if those guys are trying to be being a lot of proof of themselves. It's good for all those favors. It's good for to all those people they have to manage it, like Jerry West, because he's before Steph Curry. You know, think about it. He's the only player as my favorite, Steph Curry. It's okay. Doesn't care what Golden State thinks. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck what Golden State thinks? You know, like those stinking old Oakland players. Who gives a shit? You know, it's all about San Francisco players. You know, think about it. It's all like with the new franchise. You know, so it's like that. Okay, here's another joke. What do you call the tiniest dick in Golden State history? Purvis Short. To me, it's funny, but to me, it just gave me off the weird look. I think it's funny because you think this is like a small dick, or you can call it the pervert. That sounds like pervert by Purvis. Purvis Short is like a small penis, but we call it small dick. I think it's funny, but girls don't like small dicks when they have sex with them. But they love bigger dicks, you know? Think about it, you know? But if you had a tiniest dick in the Golden State history, girls hate that. I think this is really funny to me. Okay, last joke. When did the Warriors draft the bad picks from the top 3 pick ever seen? Because they tried to keep the Thrasher, but